last week I recorded a podcast and I brought up in passing my views on mental health and the fact that I'd been in therapy for a really long time. And I didn't really get into too much detail around that. And then we kind of moved on and started speaking about, the usual stuff like, product and business. But I got a lot of feedback after that podcast went live. A lot of people DM me saying how much they appreciated like such a candid, open response talking about therapy and mental health, and that it's never really been addressed. And to hear someone kind of speak about it, so openly, made them feel like more confident or speak about themselves. And so I'm not too sure how to. I know I wanted to speak about that again and bring it up and open the platform. I wasn't too sure how to do that. It's something I think that does deserve more like time in the sun, more airtime, talking about mental health, talking about therapy, destigmatizing it. But I didn't know how to do it. I've never been a podcaster, and my expertise is in building tech companies. But I did feel like I had opened a conversation, and I did feel kind of a weight of responsibility to carry on that conversation, to bring it up. A cause that I feel very strongly about in South Africa is GBV, and the public awareness of it kind of comes and goes in waves. When everyone gets really upset about gender-based violence, and then we'll kind of forget about it, and then another horrible attack will happen, we'll speak about it again, and then forget about it. But it's something that kind of stays with me all the time. And I think what underlies GBV is a mental health crisis. I think that, if men are being triggered to do the things they're doing, I think it speaks to mental health. And so it kind of brought me back to this point around wanting to open up this conversation and destigmatize mental health and destigmatize, therapy. Because I had this position of relative privilege where I can speak about it. And so I felt like I should start this conversation. So I think the first video I want to make around this is maybe just talking about my experience. So why I started going to therapy, why I'm still going, even though it is expensive. And kind of how it shaped my life, and why it's been so incredible for me, and why I advocate for it so much, and why I tell everyone I know, friends and people who ask for advice, people who don't ask for advice, I'm still telling them it's something worth investing in. So I think the first video I want to speak about my experience with mental health, and then kind of build out this series with anyone who's interested. So, any feedback that I'll get from it, any topics that people want me to cover, how I got into meditation, mindfulness, meditation retreats you can go to, therapy, and just sort of like mental health awareness. If there's any one I should maybe speak to, like bring on to I don't know, they're not a podcast, but anyone I should maybe not interview, but have a conversation with on a video to get their views on this. I can maybe do that. But I want to start with this video just to acknowledge all the people that reached out to me with their stories after hearing the podcast episode. It was wonderful to hear from all of you. So this video is to acknowledge that, and to kind of open the floor, saying that I'm going to be doing these videos on mental health and destigmatizing it, and I guess setting that intention out into the universe, as it were. Cool. Have a cool day. Cool day.